Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon
Good evening.
and good night.
And what the fuck are you even doing now?
What are you doing?
No, meaning that's what they're thinking. They're like,
No, I
really?
know what they're thinking. Well, I'm looking at you like, why do
What
you
do
look like you're about to shoot your back cover of your novel?
Yeah, it is giving that, isn't it? Why is it put on your glasses? We could do it together.
It's not the glasses, it's the seat, the shirt, the wall, the couch, everything.
Mm.
It's
This is the background I've temporarily made for the new iteration of my life. I needed to put together a look that looks like a little something, you know?
yeah, you're grown up. You're all grown
You
up
see
now.
this? So
You're all grown up.
I
I
took
hate it.
two of the generic podcast walls. If you have a
Yeah.
podcast, you have to have this.
It's mandatory now.
Sife, you cannot talk into a
Who
microphone without that.
who invented Like, I bet you that shit's been around forever and it was nothing. It was failing.
Sife, I'm gonna tell you this
And
right
now
now.
it's the official background to
Sife.
every podcast ever.
So we moved everything from the apartment into this current place that we're living. And not I mean the apartment where we were doing one app, not just the
Yeah.
apartment I lived in.
Yeah.
So we moved two places into
Yeah.
here. And like you don't even know how much was in that apartment in Natalie's room. Like it was a lot of stuff, right? Including these background things we were using in the Juan Ep studio and all the records that were hanging, all of it came here. And Sife left
This is what?
speakers,
This is a 3-bedroom?
4 bedrooms.
4-bedroom.
Yes, but just to be clear, it's one like legitimate primary suite. And then like this is a half room. Like you can't see how small this room is. This is
Right. But
small.
this is your studio room?
Yes, and it's probably 8 feet across. It's one of those small rooms.
Got it. I got
The
it.
the other two are like little box rooms, but more suitable. This one, it works well for me, but it's very small.
Yeah.
So we have mad stuff here, and we take out all these wall. I'm like, Natalie, what are we gonna do with these things? She has so many of them. She has some. We had these ones we were using. I was like, Nat, stuff has to go. That's the point of us living here, is that in the time we live in this apartment, we're getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Sife had speakers in that place that were sitting there forever.
Mhm.
He's like, just keep them. So I basically what he means is get rid of them for me. So I'm gonna get
That's
rid
it.
of
Throw 'em
those.
out.
So we put these little things up for sale. Yo, Sife. Natalie's
Instant.
like, I've never posted anything and seen it go on
Instant.
fire. On fire. The guy who bought them came from Long Island
Yeah.
to buy these joints. I'm like, I said to him, I was like, just curious. He was like in his, I don't know, 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
which I still think of as an older man, even though I'm 46. And I go, can I just ask, what are you doing with these? Like you were podcast or something? And he's like, no, just like decoration for home. I was like, okie doke.
I mean, that's what they're originally for.
Like, what? It's just to like give you a little background in your room to make it feel like
My 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 living room TV is on a wall like that, but that's what it's for. One wall accent,
it's a
gives it a
one wall
little
accent,
texture, a little flavor.
right? But then the podcast just
I
made
went
them.
crazy.
All right, so we are going to have a show meeting today about the future of Juan App because things have been murky. But before we get to that, and patrons, don't worry, there's also going to be a Patreon episode where we get into the goings on of the last month. And just so everybody knows, in the most Juan App thing you could ever imagine, Sife and I recorded an episode 2 days after I was unceremoniously disgraced by Hot 97.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, on the Monday after you got. Let me be easy with my words.
Here we go. Be careful, Sife.
I don't want any drama.
Go ahead.
On the day you left Hot 97,
That's generous. Yes.
that was on a Friday.
Yeah.
On Monday, we recorded.
Yeah. Now keep in mind we spoke before that offline,
Yeah.
but then we
On
recorded
Monday,
on a
we
Monday.
recorded what everyone would assume we would record.
Yes.
A behind the scenes of Hot 97 drama episode.
One of the classic stalwarts of this show.
What are the formats that have forever given us
Yes, content.
constant content?
Yeah. You would have expected it. You would have been right. We did it. And in classic Juanette fashion, it went badly. Ended with us.
It went awry.
It ended with us fighting, and then half hour later apologizing to each other and saying,
Well,
"Let's
you
just."
still have never apologized.
I
but
didn't?
Go on. No.
I-
No.
Well, if that's, I guess I don't know. Not if that's true. I suppose that is true. I'm sorry. I thought I said I'm sorry for saying mean things. I'm gonna look. I can't believe it, but you know what? I've been a douche before, so I'm sorry, Saif.
No, it's all good. You said thank you for being so cool.
Oh, okay. But I didn't say the
Your
word I'm
version
sorry.
of an apology.
Okay, got it. So now I doubled up. So now you owe me a thank you. I'm now up a thank you because I gave you a thank you and a sorry. You only gave me a sorry. So
Yeah, we did the episode you
expected.
but just in Juan Ep fashion, expecting something from Juan Ep is not what you expect.
Correct. What day was it? I'm trying to. Because we have a lot of text since then. There's been attempts.
I've been waiting 10 years to return the favor of calling you a disgraced radio personality.
I know. And for the record, it's not like, oh yeah, I did say thank you. I didn't say sorry. You're right. I said. Okay. I agree. I'm excited for the joke of now us being two disgraced radio personalities. But for whatever reason, the way the show unfolded, it was just weird and didn't go good. I guess maybe I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for like whatever Seif's tact wasn't the right thing for me in that moment. And it resulted in us it was an unpleasant listen. And we said, that's not. And I think I said things that, given the current situation,
Yeah.
which is there's some bullshit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the loose things that I said would have been ill-advised to say because I still got to deal with bullshit.
Yeah, because the loose shit we said when my situation was going on forced the situation to change. And that was before I was officially gone.
Right. And by the way, and that was with a way, how should I say this? That was
way more radio
connected
business.
Yes.
We'll say it like that. Yeah, so our Juan Ep conversations led to different decisions being made by the corporation at that time regarding me, which in all, 10 years later, all worked out. But yes, we had the conversation that people would think we would have on Juan Ep after you had already been gone, but it
was raw.
Unbeknownst to you, you didn't know you would still be dealing with legal issues. So it's probably better that it didn't come out.
Yes. I didn't know. I was let go December 12th. It's January 13th. I didn't know what that, road
it's already
a month.
I didn't even think about it. December. Shit. It's already a month.
So I didn't know what the situation would be. I'm not shocked that I'm where I am right now. But yeah, it's smarter. So we're going to do a conversation on Patreon about it. I'm going to try to be a little bit, I'm going to be honest. I'll tell you guys the story as it played out. But I'm also going to be mindful of the fact that, there are ops. We have to be op aware.
Now, if I was a dirty, grimy,
go ahead,
fucked up businessman, could I use the episode we recorded as, I don't know, blackmail or some kind of leverage?
I don't know what the purpose would be. And could you figure out how to get into StreamYard and even get it? I don't know. Well, I don't know. There wasn't anything that crazy in there, was it? I don't know.
Not to me.
But you never know.
But that could be used against you for a better result for them. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Right. Like they could maybe.
But nothing damaging, nothing crazy. Just like more like see how he is. See how he
Right.
talks about us?
Yeah. More like that. More
Yeah.
like that. So
It wouldn't give you good, I don't know, if you took it to a jury, it wouldn't give you
it wouldn't help in any
yeah,
way.
it wouldn't help.
No.
Yeah.
So it's probably for the best while this whole situation gets sorted. And none of it would even surprise you. Anyone listening to us, anyone who listens to Wanep after the last month of effery, after the last 17, 18 years of effery, and here we are in mid-January 2026, and you're still listening to Wanep. You're one of the few, the proud. You already know what I said. You already, like, you know what I'm saying, Saif? These people know me. You have an idea of what I said. That's what I said.
It was with some good color, though. It was
Yeah, no,
colorful.
there was some color that you would expect from your boy in a situation like this. But we'll get to that on Patreon. But Saif basically hit me up and was like, "Hey, we should talk." And I said, "Okay, sounds good." And we had a conversation on the phone. And we were basically just sort of like, what are we doing with Wanep? And Saif, would you say it's accurate to describe it as, why don't you tell me? No, why don't you just say? I don't want to speak for you. Why don't you just say how you said you feel about like sort of what Wanep occupies in your mind right now?
I don't remember the bullshit I said to you on the phone.
Oh,
I don't remember what nonsense I said to you to
I'm
get us
gonna
to
be
this.
54 years old this year.
No, I was saying, okay, let me preface it before I say it. Let me preface it. This year, 2025, and since COVID, but especially 2025, has been a huge year of things changing, of things that have been a certain way for a very long time, things that we thought would never change. I mean, literally, the Constitution is just being ignored nowadays.
You're
You want
saying
to take it to the highest level.
so? You're saying things that have been one way since
years ago. This was years ago, bro.
Years ago. Have changed. Some for the better, I would say most for the worse. But I have come to the not conclusion, but I've come to accept that change is inevitable.
I think you were going to
Now-
say. I thought you were going to say I've come to accept that maybe Kamala and Trump winning were at different results. I'm sorry. Continue.
But I will say I do have can I tell them the part about after the De La Soul thing? That's for this, right?
No,
After-
that's for this.
That's for later?
Well, I don't. If it fits into this,
It
sure.
doesn't necessarily fit. Okay. Anyway, things are changing.
I mean, you
and
can
I'm-
include the fact that literally me not being in Hot 97. I mean, you talk about another change. That's another
Yeah.
change. Things change.
Yeah, but like I saw it coming.
Like
But there's a lot
like
of,
PMD.
like, bro, I end my show on 94.7 The Block every day with a shout out. It started off with a shout out to Mr. C. Now it's Mr. C, Fat Man Scoop, DJ Clark Kent, Costa from Club Abyss, Sasha Jenkins, and those are just the big names of people that I lost in the last year or year and a half. There's a lot more people I could add to that list that weren't like necessarily my friends, but there's been artists and people passing away, and I've just been accepting change. So I think Wanep has to change, evolve. I don't know, like us. And the reason why I focus on this is because to me, we never got the riches and fame from it. I respect every single thing I've gotten from it and we've gotten from it. And the Wanep fans are literally my favorite people in the world. But we were maybe not reluctantly, but like unexpectedly pioneers in a game.
Mhm.
Where to the point where the people who are the biggest in the game now, either i.e. Nori, give us credit, or i.e. Joe Button, have come through this system.
That's yeah.
In one way or another, Juan Ep has, whether they want to admit it or not, has led to the success of other podcasts and other people.
Even the person who hates me most, academics, credits Juan Ep in the digital space in hip hop.
That guy
even
hates
if
you
hates my guts.
and knows.
Hey,
what
what's
we
true
did.
is true.
Fine. That being said, it's the worlds have turned where we're now chasing. Are we? Kinda chasing Drink Champs, chasing Joe Budden, chasing Joe and Jada.
Who started 5 seconds ago.
What? So we're not in that mix.
No.
So do we choose to stay here and pretend we are? Or has the Juan Ep brand come to a point where it can evolve, change, move? You know what I mean?
Or
Mind
die
you,
a
I
painful
just want to say
death.
one more thing.
Yeah.
Mind you, the horrible episode, the horrible discussion me and Rosenberg had after he was let go from Hot 97, what followed maybe one of the greatest episodes we had.
Well, no, and a great run of a few. Like,
Great run of a few, but that Rakim one to me
phew.
was Juan Ep.
Yeah.
To a whole nother level.
Yeah. That was a hell of an episode.
The Lowe's conversation
No.
might have been one of my most favorite convos in the 20 years, almost 20 years of Juan Ep.
Yeah.
Talking to the God MC. We don't have to ask him about every little detail about hip hop because we already have.
Right. I know.
We've already done that. We've ran that gambit. To this day, when podcasts like Drink Champs or whoever dig into the nostalgia of these artists, they don't even touch the shit we touched all in depth.
And if they do, if someone does stumble onto one of our Juan Ep gems, they think it's never been unearthed. But it was unearthed 14 years ago.
14 years ago. Whatever.
Years ago.
Years
So-
ago. This was years ago, bro. Years ago.
So playing this game of chasing Cameron and Mace, Jim Jones and the fabulous Quattro, whatever those guys are.
Right.
Not Meek, Memphis Bleak,
I think
Yayo and Murder.
Yeah.
Like what's happening?
And so we were having a legitimate what's happening, but Syph added another thing to the conversation that I thought was really real, which I know it probably comes off, and like I will say, I apologize to our patrons who feel underserved.
That was me.
Sorry?
Oh,
not to you,
You're
no.
apologizing to me. I'm sorry.
I've done enough.
Sorry.
I apologize to our patrons who feel underserved, which is reasonable, of course. I really apologize because we super appreciate that you guys have helped keep this thing afloat and kept Emilio and Billy getting paid for their work. In the case of Emilio, actual work. In the case of Billy, whatever the fuck he does.
Shut the fuck up. I'm the backbone of this whole fucking thing. I send Emilio the email and say, edit the episode. And then he edits it and sends it back to me, and I upload.
I don't even know if he uploads it anymore. I think Emilio uploads.
I don't know.
I think Emilio uploads.
But regardless, the patrons, you guys have honestly, like, between you guys and Monster, that is how Juan Ep has been able to at least, sustain itself and pay the people who make it work. So as you know, obviously the jokes write themselves about how much I already do and fuck, you can watch Syph's travel life and see how much he does. So it ends up becoming this thing that we love, and when we have time for it is so much fun, ends up becoming this hovering thing where I'm like, if we don't drop an episode, the patrons are going to be disappointed and upset with us. Billy June's going to be texting us. But like,
Which I disagree with.
Which part?
The patrons, some patrons will be upset.
No, some.
I think there's some people who are just on board, man.
No, there are certainly people who are just on board, but I know we've lost a lot who were on board, and now we're like, I'm done being on board.
But that's part of change.
But that's okay, right?
Well, you got to remember, Billy June weekly is like episode lost 4 people.
That's what his job is actually. Now I've pinpointed what the job is. So like it ends up being this thing that we love that's like a nagging, hanging thing. Even though like in the last couple of months we delivered this, 90 minutes with Rakim that you could never get anywhere else in the world. We got Dayla in person. Like really great stuff has still happened. But to Saif's point,
Gruff.
bro, I feel like we've been screwing people over for a year. Like I'm explaining, that's the feeling that hangs on my shoulder. Even though when I go look at our page, I'm like, we've dropped a lot of heat in the last bunch of months. Like there really has been great stuff.
Because we're under the
gun, so to speak.
No, we're under the what the format is. A weekly audio podcast. Like
And it's funny. So like we obviously don't have big weekly audio numbers, and certainly I'd be interested to hear from people. Billy, what's our email address that we're capable of actually logging into and seeing emails? Do you know? Do you have access to that?
That's the one I use for the AI porn that I sign up for.
JuanEpisLife@gmail.com.
And you have access to that?
Wait, what is
Yes, I
it?
do.
JuanEpisLife@gmail.com. So this is a big email episode because we would love to get everyone's thoughts in general.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. and so we do want to hear from you, JuanEpisLife@gmail.com. But yeah, like since we don't get big audio numbers, and I was talking to a friend recently, like, Saif, you remember Hala Taha, who we used to work with at the radio station, she was an intern. She now has one of the biggest podcasts in the world called Young and Profiting, Yap with Hala Taha. And I hit her up and I asked her a couple questions the other day because I've been talking to you forever about me wanting to launch my my self-help sort of sex addicty podcast that I'm finally close to doing. And I wanted to ask her a couple questions, but she was just saying, she was like, there's basically no growing audio podcasts anymore. The only people that are generating new audio podcast numbers are people who essentially have a gigantic YouTube presence. And as a result of their gigantic YouTube presence, it turns into some podcast number.
So audio, just an audio podcast, when you go to podcast on your iPhone, the podcast app.
Yeah.
Those are not the shit anymore.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't do well if you're among the very biggest of them, but like where we're at, like these aren't real sustainable numbers. Like that, yeah, you're just not growing an audio podcast anymore. It's people consume. Because she said to me, she was like, this podcast you want to do, it sounds like a good idea. She was like, you're going to lead with video, right? And I was like, yeah. She was like, okay, good. Because if you just try to launch an audio podcast, that's like not a thing. Like that's not even a thing.
Damn.
Even though
telling you how it is.
Even though my dream was for it to be an audio only podcast because I want it to be about really personal stuff. So I loved the idea of it being an audio podcast, but that's dead as a fucking doornail. You saw the Golden Globes this week. They got podcasts out there.
Podcast. I didn't watch it, but Amy Poehler one, right?
Amy Poehler one, yeah. It was so Saif, it was so surreal watching a podcast. I was like, what are we doing? But anyways, so we have to figure out a new thing. There are two options. There's either kill the podcast dead, Juan Ep is dead for real, or there's come up with some new version of doing this podcast that will satisfy those of you who still want us in your life and will not make it sort of miserable for me and Saif where we feel like it's an obligation instead of something we love to do. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yes, 100%. Because the stuff we talk about and the way we talk about it is still underserved.
For sure. And there's still a lot of stuff
we never
for us
did a
to
Nas
do.
premiere episode because all the shit was happening.
Yeah, it all happened that week, right?
We didn't do a Nas premiere episode of Juan Ep. What's going on?
I know. Well, it got ruined because they wanted to go ahead and fire me for no reason. Well, some reason, but not rating. Although there was a lot of controversy, it felt like, with the Nas premiere.
Hence, we need the conversation.
I know.
But we'll do it one day. You know what I found? You know what I just found? Loop Pack.
When I be on the mic, what'd you find?
The
album?
I found I was looking for something and the Loop Pack song came up. I was like, "What's this? How did I never know this?"
What do you mean you didn't know it?
I mean, I knew the group Loop Pack. I never listened to the album.
Oh,
I've been trying to listen to albums I've never listened to. Instead of just scrolling on my phone on TikTok, I put on an album that I've like.
I love this for you.
Or
I love this for you.
Yeah, like I listened to Common Resurrection the other day because I was watching. Oh, you know who's kind of fucking invading in our space a little?
Who's that?
Don Cannon.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Don Cannon got a show where he talks to producers like he's in the studio. They remake the beat. Ask him about like it's more producer nerd, but it's good.
Right there.
It's good nerd talk.
You had never listened to Resurrection all the way through?
I have back in the day, but
Got
I
it.
never listened to it as a full album. Just it's really good.
Wow.
This Common guy's all right.
No, he's gonna make it. Hey, let me ask you one question real quick while you're on that note. I saw Max Kellerman, the New York born and bred former rapper turned famed sports broadcaster.
Is he a former rapper?
He was, yeah. He had a group with his brother. Rest in peace. They had a group together back in the day. He had Rich Paul on his show, and they were doing
Paul
top.
Is
he's LeBron's manager, among other things.
Okay, is he the one that goes out with Adele?
Yes.
Okay.
And they were going over their top 3 90s albums. And Max Kellerman at number 3 dropped a group and album I don't think I've ever heard of. And he said, you have to be of a certain age and from New York to know. So I said, okay, well, I guess somehow I missed this, but I know.
I missed it. Yeah.
Mob Style?
Oh, Mob Style, yeah.
Mob Style was big like that? Like it was a thing?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a thing.
What was like, he says the album is front to back like perfect.
I never heard the Mob Style album. Mob Style was one of those groups that had a video on Video Music Box.
Right. For sure. And they were gangsters from Harlem.
Well, Mob Style is, you've heard of Stretch, the one that they say was really good friends with Tupac.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's Mob Style.
And there's a guy named AZ in Mob Style. But it's not AZ.
No. Go back.
Mob Style's from Harlem.
No, I'm sorry. No, Stretch is not Mob Style. What was Stretch from? Mob Style is AZ. That is
the drug dealer.
Yeah,
AZ?
the fucking
Don't worry, guys. I'm going to play this from YouTube. Considering they don't even have their music anywhere, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, Mob Style is AZ. That's the paid in full shit. The Rich Porter and the Alpo.
Yeah, how many Video Music Box continues with a make it or break it.
I've never
Mob
listened to that
Style.
album.
What's going on, Black? Let me get one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me see y'all. Y'all just come up from all right?
This is, I think, real drug dealers making a rap video, basically a movie about drug dealing.
What's up, man? Where you going?
School.
Right?
Listen, none of them were good actors.
Nor do they have good microphones. They didn't have Billy's Rode microphone. Let me tell you that.
So Max Kellerman's from New York?
Yeah. Brooklyn, I believe.
What's going on, Black?
I remember this.
Oh. The Rainy Days sample. Rainy Days remix.
What's happening with us? What's happening? What's happening, brothers? What's happening?
I got something to say to the homeboys from around the way. What's going on? What's
Listen,
going wrong?
pause this.
Knocking each other off
I don't know if
word.
it's the third best.
This
rapper.
is I mean, watching this video is giving me memories of when I used to watch this on Video Music Box. And I would love to actually go back and watch this now because capturing New York City in those moments. I put something on my Instagram recently. It was some guy who had like this video of a high school letting out in like 95.
Right, just showing
It
it.
had nothing to do with me, but I just remember the fashion, the moments, the style. This shouldn't be top 5.
I'm just so Oh, here's the mob style playlist.
I made a right as I bounced through
Nah,
the
that's not
streets
top
in the
5.
dark of the
Max-
night.
yeah,
Now
Max is showing
uptown where the people are proud.
I'm gonna say it right now. I love you, Max. You were showing off. It was big
he was
to
showing
you at the time, and it was. You know what it was? It was my guess, based on the clips that I've heard and the things that I've seen. Max was treating it the way I treated DITC, although I just happened to be right because DITC is that good. But because he knew it and was on it, it like stayed in his brain as one of the
Also, like
greatest
you have
things
to
of all time.
remember, you only had but so much money to buy a certain CD back in the day.
Right.
The first CD I ever bought, remember when the CD was in those long cases?
Oh yeah. Of course.
Remember the long box that the
Yep.
CD came in?
Yep.
The first one I ever bought was Everlast's solo album.
What?
Because I think it was $13.99 instead of $15.99. Like,
But what year was Everlast solo out? Like you didn't-
Everlast had an album before he was in House of Pain.
Oh, you mean Rhyme Syndicate.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Early. I thought you meant after, like Whitey Ford. I was like,
No,
what?
no. Before House of
I
Pain.
remember my brother having the long CD of like Cool G Rap, Live and Let Die.
Yeah.
I remember the De La. I remember 3 Feet High and Rising. I think he bought.
I remember there was a day where I went to the store with my sister's father. That's a real ghetto sentence. And I had a choice to buy Terminator X album or Main Source Breaking Atoms. And it was a tough choice.
Where'd you land?
Thank God, Main
Oh.
Source.
Respect to the Valley of the Jeep Beats.
But that one song Terminator X had was fire. But yeah, so wait, well, what was Stretch from again?
I don't know. You brought that up. How did we end up on this aside? What was said that let me stop our entire breakdown of what's happening with our show to say, let me tell you about Max Kellerman's top 3.
I don't remember.
I don't know how I got here. So we need to figure out what this thing looks like. Because Syph and I were talking, and we do think there is a way to potentially keep moving forward and allow, because like I said, if you're still with us right now, and listen, if we've never heard from you before and you've been listening since
Years ago.
Email us, oneepislife@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts on like, what could you see being a reasonable way where we could continue on with this
Live Squad.
live squad?
That's what Stretch was in. Live Squad.
Maybe find a way to still make some bread for what we do because we want to be able to at least function, but like not disappoint people and listen. There may be some of you listening, Syph, there could be people listening who are like, you're already doing it. I don't care when you disappear. I listen when you pop back up. I don't know. Like, I just know that it feels stressful.
It's just you and me. It's just you and me turning off the thing in our brain that has to be a weekly episode.
Yeah, and maybe it's accepting that like patrons are going to go away. The ones who stay and continue to want to pay for what they get, great. Maybe there's a new alternative way for us to make some money. I will say we started on the morning show. We started a super chat. We activated the super chat when we go live. You know what that is? I didn't even know what it was.
I've seen it. I've seen people talk about it.
So yeah, and like
we also can easily put out a little bit of merch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that requires work, and you know what happens when we have to do more work. So like, even activating the super chat is a way that people can just give money when they want to, and it's for the hardcores, and people get to ask questions or do different things. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know. I just agreed with Sife's sentiment that it's like, I don't want to feel like if 3 weeks pass because Sife is in Kuala Lumpur or
or
wherever, he's sucking,
or fucking East St. Louis.
yeah, or he's sucking off Bert Kreischer in Perth, Australia. I don't want him to have to remove, Bert's cock from his mouth so he can talk on our podcast. No, but like we both have like random stuff. Of course, I still want us to try to do what we can, but I don't like the Billy having to hit us up and like, guys, come on. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's only been 1 month since my life was thrown into complete turmoil, and then we rolled right into the Christmas holidays. It's not like that crazy thing, but I feel like wrought with like, we fucked people over. That's how it feels, I guess.
That's funny you feel that way, because I never do feel that way.
But you were the one who made me think of it more.
No. I
Ed.
agree. I don't think we fuck people over. I think what we're saying now is how we have been operating, and if that's the case, I think everything will be smooth.
What do you mean?
If Rakim is gonna do a dope ass show in the city, and we get Rakim for an episode, we fire up the cameras.
Right.
We
if there's 3 weeks straight where our life is chill and we knock out episodes for 3 weeks straight and just chat, awesome. But like, if Dave Chappelle says, Sife, I need you to come with me to Uranus.
But here's a funny thing, and we're making, you always make fun of me with Dave Chappelle.
You know Dave Chappelle?
There is, huh?
You know Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, I know Dave Chappelle. The thing about it is something has shifted in my working relationship with Dave, where a lot more stuff is coming up.
Right.
So do I knock that? You know what I mean? Like, I can't be mad that the guy's asking me. Yeah, we did New Year's Eve together at his club in Yellow Springs.
I had no plans on New Year's.
He goes, hey, bring a couple Dave Chappelle tells me to bring a couple comics to his hometown, and we'll do a show. We'll have a little party. And I didn't know I was going to end up being the curator of Dave's club.
Damn, so you really could have invited me. This hurts.
But like,
this is fucking crazy.
Like, I brought Ian Lara and this girl, Salma Zaki. Trackstar sees it. DJ Trackstar from Run the Jewels and Killer Mike. He comes out, DJs a little. Like, that, I was planning on being home New Year's Eve, chilling. So
that's what I
that
do.
being said, a lot more stuff is
sorry. No,
a lot more stuff is coming up where like other parts of our career are flourishing, and I don't want that to be a deterrent. Like, I don't want a dead Juan app, because I love what it is.
But like, but this is where we need someone smarter than us. Maybe there's been someone listening for since years ago. Wrong thing. And is saying like, you guys are
years ago, bro. Years ago.
Who's saying
play the other one?
I've been using the other one on the morning show. This is my So I made that a great bit on the podcast. So Ebro has this line he keeps saying about people. He was like, you got to do a dance. Everyone's got to do a dance, like about like a corporate dance.
Yeah.
And the other day he said, he was jokingly, Ebro, awkwardly, jokingly talking shit about Shawnee still being over at the station.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, but everybody has to do their dance. And I started playing this. And then Ebro starts shoulder shimmying to this song. So now it's become a new bit when we talk about anyone doing the dance. And I'm not going to lie. Great news about being fired. Unlocked a new talent. Ebro has a great shoulder shimmy. I didn't know. But I hit that, and it's a great bit. No, you shouldn't turn down those things. And maybe there's someone out there listening who's way smarter than us, who's like, you fucking idiots, I've been listening for years. There is a way that you guys can do this still do well, not have it be this stress that hangs over your head, not feel like you're disappointing your most hardcore fans. And here's the suggestion. And what I think what Saif and I are saying is we don't quite have it. Like we want to continue to do this and we want it to not be a hassle. But listen, I now am essentially launching a new morning show on our own that requires, dude, that is a Saif, you think Saif gets annoyed if Billy June sends 3 texts. This thing is a constant figuring out the business of what that looks like. I found a new
Go ahead, find what?
I found a new home for real late. I got to get that up and going. I want to launch my personal, addiction, etc. podcast. There's just a lot of things I want to do, and I love doing this. But back to the original thing, we have to accept that this is never going to be the thing that can occupy first or second place, because to Saif's original point, we're not in the lucrative conversation. And maybe it's our own fault, and it is, but this is where we are.
I've been really doing a lot of soul searching because I'm also launching another show, which is more comedy based. All those shows, not Drink Champs, but all the other ones, they're not really hip hop. They have this hip hop moniker and this hip hop umbrella that they're quote unquote under, but they're not hip hop. They're gossip, they're drama, they're everything why I left Hot 97 in the first place on steroids. Academics, I've never watched an episode, I've never watched him stream, but it comes across on my TikTok. And the times that I don't get to my TikTok fast enough to scroll up, it's just hatred.
Oh no, his is like crime. His is like
spewing.
No, him and Adam 22, they're like, and Vlad, they're like the crime syndicate. It's like, who committed a crime? What chick did something slutty? It's like literally the worst parts of it.
From what I've seen of Vlad, though, and why I might lean more towards him, because he'll have like comedians on. He has D.L. Hughley, he got Ari Spears, he got fucking Godfrey, whatever, other comedians. That's why, like, at least he goes into that too.
Yes. Wherever
like,
there are views, you will find Vlad.
Black 100.
No.
What the fuck is going on? At least Cam and Mace are.
Nah, they're sports. They're fun. They're
sports shit. And then they throw in some. They're hip hop guys that do sports.
Yo, when I first met Adam 22 and did his show, bro, he loved Juan Ep. He loved Combat Jack. Rest in peace. He came up on all the hip hop shit. And when the shit started getting like whatever started bringing him money, and again, you got to respect it because it makes them money. I'm not saying the guy's evil. I'm saying whatever he told me his original ideals were in hip hop podcasting, he sold the F out and went porn, crime, like the worst elements of all of it. Saif, we always dabbled in a little bit of edgy stuff. Of course we did. But to your point, there's still a lane and there are still so many underground artists. I mean, I've been texting back and forth and we haven't found time to sit and talk with J Live. Like that's just one tiny, that's one of a million cool people that we can still have conversations with. It's just about finding a way to do it where everyone will be happy with it and we don't sort of I don't know, feel like immense stress about it. Like let it just, because Saif, maybe once we let it become true joy again is when we'll somehow stumble it into it being what it's supposed to be. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe there's a world. Yeah.
I thought I ran into Inspector Deck and Raekwon.
No. Oh, it was Raekwon's birthday. I saw that.
See? What are we doing?
You saw Inspector Deck and Raekwon the Chef?
They, I think Ray lives in Dallas or is always in Dallas.
Yes, he lives there.
I know, because he got married in Dallas. That was like. So we did a show. Dave Chappelle did a show and let me fucking fuck up 15 minutes of it.
Yep.
And Ray and Inspector Deck came through. It was the night of the Jake Paul fight, or Jake Paul YouTube. I mean, Jake Paul Netflix thingy.
Yeah.
I want to say fight
With Joshua.
Why did he kept going to his knees begging for forgiveness or something?
He wanted the black man schlong. That's what it felt like.
So anyway, Juan Ep moment. Me and Ray are very close, very cool. And I see them when they all come in. They came in straight Wu-Tang fashion. The 40, 48, 52-year-old version of Wu-Tang, where still got the whole squad with them, took up a whole section of the audience. Came after my set, so they didn't even get to see me do what I do. All good. So afterwards, we're watching the fight. The fight's over, and I said, I'm gonna go say what's up to Ray and Deck.
Yeah.
So I walk up to Ray. What's up, Ray? What up, Saif? Inspector Deck comes over to me and goes, "Yo, man, what's up? I'm Inspector Deck." And my face got so twisted. He must have thought I had beef with him.
Wait, no. Hold on. Why did he say that?
He said he goes, "Yo, I'm Inspector Deck. What's good?" I said, "No disrespect, bro. I know who the fuck you are." He's like, I said, "I know who the fuck you are, man. Why are you saying this to me?" He's like, "Nah, we never really met. We never really talked." I said, "Oh shit, you're right.
No, we never had him on One Ep.
You're right. I'd never technically I've never shook Inspector Deck's hand face to face.
I barely have. Barely.
Right?
Barely. I've seen him for sure, like Rock the Bells. Like
I've seen him so many times, bro.
But not had a good yo. So
bro,
what's up?
I Ray's wife was there. I said, "Can I get 2 minutes of?" I always say this to wives because I'm about to fucking go into a hip hop fucking soliloquy. I said, "Excuse me, man, princess," or whatever. I said, "Excuse me, queen. Can I get 2 minutes of
Get her with the queen.
Wu-Tang hip hop craziness?" She goes, "Of course." I said, "Let me tell y'all something, man." I said, "Ray, you know me for a long time. Inspector Deck, we just met tonight officially, but I can't thank y'all enough.
Here we go.
You raised me. You're the reason why I do this. Your music, your lineage, your New Yorkness, everything about you is what I love, is what I come from, is who I am because of you. I love what you do in the culture, for the culture, with the culture. And I just want to say thank you personally in case we never get this opportunity again." And they was like, "Yo, this guy, man, yo." And I just been doing that lately. Awesome, knock on wood, and this desk is $200 from Amazon. It's not real wood, but
Exactly.
We've been losing a lot of people.
I hope that you're in the middle of giving that speech sometime, and another rapper walks up and goes, "Wait a second, this is the same bullshit he just said to me."
It's not bullshit though. That's the thing.
No, it's true. It's true of many people.
Many people.
No, that's crazy. Wow, that's nice.
But yeah, I was like, that's so wild. We never actually. And he's like, and then he starts telling me all my shit. He's like, "Yo, I love when you used to do this. This shit was fire." He's like, "The morning show was the best when y'all was on."
Wow.
Because you had just got disgraced.
I had just been disgraced.
Officially disgraced.
Now, so listen, let's wrap this up. We're going to do a Patreon now about me becoming disgraced. oneepislife@gmail.com. Yell at us, scream at us, tell us you love us, give us ideas. I'm sorry, real quick. Hold on. I think Billy Jew might be jerking it. Billy, take your hand out of your pants. Are you, was there any, I'm sorry, I know that we said this was like a meeting and Saif and I just rambled, but do you have anything that you want to contribute to this conversation?
I had texted you last week with a suggestion.
Okay.
Just him or both of us?
Just him, because he was talking to me on the side about something.
Not about you. Don't worry, Saif. Don't get paranoid.
I don't care.
I don't know.
No, I thought I was concerned about Peter.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
What, suicidal?
Dude.
No.
Dude, this lunatic texts me once. I don't respond. A couple hours pass. I'm putting up tweets and videos. I'm sorry, if I don't even tell the videos of me talking ish about this wrestler Becky Lynch, how she had me kicked out of Barclays. Saif, how quickly could you figure out that I was doing something like wrestling?
I mean, it took 4 seconds of the video.
Okay, got it. Billy hits me up and he's like,
Oh, I saw you're dealing with something. I hope everything's okay.
I was like,
No, that's no.
What?
It's because
He was worried Becky Lynch really harmed me?
No, that night, the night before, when you were at the Barclays Center,
right?
My friend was at WWE with his son, and he texted and said, "People keep screaming Rosenberg sucks," and he got a picture of you like waving and laughing, and he was like, it was really funny. So I sent it to you, and I thought, oh, like Peter will laugh at this. Someone saw it live, and then I woke up the next morning, and I saw the video, and I thought, oh fuck, maybe it wasn't a joke. Maybe something happened, and he didn't answer me. So let me make sure he's okay.
I just want you to know that's an insane thought process. I appreciate you. I also have similar thought processes
because it's your job. And
this is like when my wife is like, doesn't answer her phone for 10 minutes, and I go through in my head all of the worst case things that could have happened, but really she just hasn't looked at her phone. I appreciate you though, Billy. And I got so much love in there that night. I guess he was sitting. Yeah, I do remember one guy being like, "You suck," but it was a lot of love in there.
Is it does it ever hurt a heel? Like, do you ever step out of reality for a minute and be like, everybody is booing me and saying I suck right now?
No, the time it hurts is when they're doing that and you're a good guy.
Oh.
That's when it sucks.
When you're a good
I
never even thought of that.
So for me, for example, I don't play a heel. So people just being like, "You suck," means, oh, that person just doesn't like me.
Yeah. In that moment, you were a heel, right?
No. She's the heel.
Oh, she's the heel.
Yeah. I was just.
She was throwing out a good guy.
Yeah. It was so fun, bro. Like I've been. This is one ep, so it's like separate, so I can talk about it separately. I never openly talk about that, like we're having fun and working. But it's so like she spotted me, so she's been talking ish about me and calling me Pipsqueak Peter. She's doing very clearly a bit that resembles the tone of a famous politician in America, where she complains about the refs, she complains about the media, she comes up with nicknames.
Piggy.
Exactly, yeah, quiet piggy.
Quiet piggy.
She should say that to me, actually. So she'd been coming after me and saying, and then she put up a thing about me and my friend Sam Roberts being like, they're not invited. I've had them banned. So I showed up at the Barclays Center. You'll love this because this is straight improv. I show up there. I'm hanging out with Dipperstein. We're on the floor just watching the show.
I was supposed to go to that.
Oh, really?
The guy from Netflix invited me, but I couldn't go.
So as she goes in the ring, she's only 30 feet in front of me. She sees me and starts like pointing and yelling. And I'm like,
she's in the match?
It's about to start. Like it's a few minutes, it's like a minute from starting. It's like a commercial break. And I I give her a thumbs down, whatever. And then I notice a second later, she sees me again and starts screaming again. And now she like sticks her head out of the ring and calls over security and starts pointing at me, right? And so I just straight improv. And I'm like, well, if she's doing this whole thing, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna like act. I'm gonna be like, well, I know I'm not going. And so I just let her throw me out, and I just went out.
Funny.
And then like I posted, I'm like, she threw me out, and it's just amazing. Scythe, it's so fun to be able to do like improv work, and then it gets reported by the blogs. Oh, it's so fun. It's just the best.
That's great.
It's the friggin'
A few people asked me if it was a bit or not, so that's why I was.
That's what wrestling is, though, right?
I know, but that's what's amazing about it, Scythe. It's a bit. Everyone knows it's a bit, and yet they watch it and ask if it's a bit.
The interview with Rick Rubin explaining why he loves wrestling. I think maybe it's Joe Rogan.
I've seen that. Yeah.
That is the fucking. I get it. Why people love it.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's real.
Right.
The physical part is real. Storylines are, whatever, but you don't know where the line is, and the line keeps moving.
The line keeps changing. Never stops moving.
Never stops moving.
So like
really good.
It's just amazing to like the good ones. They're so fun, and she's like so brilliant at it. So Billy said this thing. He said, He said, before you told me about the upcoming meeting, I wanted to have a meeting re-Patreon. 2 episodes, 2 mixes, 1 from each of you. Would be 4 weeks bare minimum to keep people happy.
If you did 2 episodes a month, two episodes with the both of you, and you each did a mix a month, that'd be 4 weeks. That's the
When
bare
do you think
minimum.
I have time to do a mix, Billy.
Yeah, the problem is
Just
Billy,
a suggestion.
No, listen. I hear Saif. I hear your suggestion, Billy. It makes sense. It's thoughtful. I appreciate it. I don't think it solves the. It still would be the like we're hustling to get it done. It wouldn't change anything. Adding another mix, all Saif's doing is creating recording radio stuff, and like it's just another. It becomes just another thing you have to do. But I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be another box we have to check. Emilio, do you have any thoughts? I don't want to. I don't know. If
Look, here's the thing.
Here.
When I'm traveling and fucking all this crazy shit and everything's running around, it's all stressful. It's fucking almost impossible. Today, I happened to be home, took my kids to school, ran a couple errands, came here, did one ep. I'm gonna do some more out when we're done. It's great.
It's just situational. Emilio, do you have any thoughts?
I love Juan Ep, and I think it's great.
Thank you. I agree. It's how I feel about wrestling. Do you have any other thoughts?
No, listen, whatever you guys decide, I'm down. I just appreciate the opportunity. I was at a real low point in my life, both professionally and financially. You guys pulled me out of that, and I appreciate it. And you get to live your dreams producing some really cool content with some hip hop legends when you're a rap nerd. So it's cool. Whatever you guys decide to do, I'm a loyal soldier, and I'll ride out. Whatever you guys want to do, you do. I'm with yous.
What murder?
What murder?
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Which use? All right, so we'll pick this up, guys. Send the emails to juanepislife@gmail.com. Now we got to go to Patreon and do a little chat about me becoming a disgraced radio personality.
Let's remember, the alternative is shit got so ugly, this could be nothing ever again.
Oh, yeah. For sure. You mean in our conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It was bad. It's bad. All right, we love you guys.